Yeah, I know. I'm just waiting on a few more people to show up. I want to take a look at something really quick here. I hope I'm coming in loud and clear. Did a little work in this morning. Did I name the video Tuesday Market Watch? I thought I typed in Friday Market Watch. What am I around? So what I'll do is after the video is posted, I'll go and edit it, the title, because obviously it's Friday. And I could have sworn, see OBS, I use software called OBS to doing the live streams, and I typed in Friday, no doubt about it. But OBS is very fickle, and if you don't press every button in the proper order, it'll revert back to a past title that it thinks, because it gets confused. So it reverts back to something it thinks you meant. So Athea, does it say it does say Tuesday, right? Because I'm on this right now. I can't seem to do both. Log into YouTube. I'm looking at the computer right now versus this. When I look, I can't go to YouTube and OBS at the same time right now on the computer. But on this, when I go, it says Tuesday, clear as day. But anyway, I don't want to hear it. I know it's Friday, not Tuesday. I will edit. Watch, we'll get about 100 people logging in after this. It's Friday, moron. It's Friday. But anyway, it does say Tuesday. Okay, let me see something. I want to just bear with me. I want to see if I can edit it on the fly. Because let's take a look at this. Okay. Edit title and description. Friday. Save. Does it say Friday now, folks? Can I get a confirmation? No, hey Steve, it's actually it's Christmas, Steve. Does it say Friday right now? Did it change? Did the title update? Updated. Fonzarelli, thank you so much. Christopher Grass, thank you so much for being in the house. I really appreciate everybody's time. So your time is valuable. Mrs. Jess Horst, thank you so much. Your time is valuable. Let me just cut to the chase and let's talk about some silver real quick. Move that there. One of these days I'm going to get rid of OBS. Anyway, so I don't know if you could see the screen. Silver has lost a couple of bucks. I would say closer to like $2.50 over the last 2 or 3 days. Silver is down at $26.03, while gold is also declined down to $1,774 and some change. So I'm showing a trend that the gold is down for the day, but yet somehow silver is up. Yet silver must have taken a bigger dump than the $2.50 I just quoted. So that's that. Let's take a look at the crypto markets real quick, and we'll talk about some news events that I really want to get off my chest. All right, coin market cap. So just in case you guys want to know where I go check out prices, it's coinmarket.cap. And we can see Bitcoin took a tumble, 36 197. I thought a few days ago it was right around 38, but XRP took another tumble. It's down to 79 cents. These are some good times to buy. Theta, $8.75. Took another tumble from yesterday. I was looking at the market and it was just around $9.30 some odd cents. It's now down to $8.75. Listen, I don't want it to sit around that $8 mark. If you're gonna, my thing is, if you're gonna dump, so we can all take advantage of it. I would like to see Theta. If you're gonna jump, go to the moon. If you're gonna drop dead, go to $2-3 so we all can just pick up a boatload of it. And that goes for all the cryptos that we might be interested in. That goes for silver. I hate when the price of silver and gold, for that matter, sits stagnant at a dollar range, a short range, and it just sits there for years. If you're going to take a dump so we can get in on more of it. So Theta, and it's down a couple more cents right now, and another penny. So I'm actually watching Theta drop right now. $8.69 for Theta. I do have some promising news about Theta and T-Fuel, though, that I'll be sharing. I'm looking for T-Fuel right now as we speak. I thought that was somewhere in the area of like 40 or ranking 40 or 30. Yeah, 31. Ranking 31. It's up to down, up, however you want to perceive it. 56 cents. So it's still holding its own. Normally, T-Fuel would kind of follow the graph of Theta. It doesn't do that no longer. It's actually holding its own pretty good. So Theta is 56 cents. I'll talk more about that just momentarily. And I'm looking for my next favorite one. And that is Digibyte. Digibyte, wow, it lost some. Digibyte is getting close. Digibyte is getting close to what I got in at. I got in at Digibyte when it was like 1.3 cents. It is now 4.9 cents. So it's getting damn close. These are good buying opportunities, folks. If you're good or better than I at timing the bottom and the top of the markets, go for it. But I would ride this all the way down. I would buy a little bit every time it dropped. And that way you always are capitalizing on that. Let's take a look back at the let's take a look at the webcam now. Get rid of that. Boom, done. All right, so we're back. A little sip of my coffee. No, I am not drinking Starbucks, but I do have a Starbucks mug. I'm gulping. You ever notice that some days you gulp more when you drink than others? But anyway, you'd be surprised how I get beat up every time I hold up a Starbucks mug. But I get it. So anyway, let's talk about some news. There was a riot gang squad in Portland, Oregon, and the exact nomenclature, the exact name of this department within the police department might not be correct. I might be misspeaking, but you'll get the point. The violence and the gang department. A total of 50 people just quit. 50 people quit off of that unit, and things are working out well for Portland. I'm just reading the comments here. So I want to do, really what I wanted to talk about is some G7 news and Biden. I know a lot of you don't like it when I talk politics, but we really need to know what's going on in the world around us and why we're stacking silver, why we're stacking gold. I say it all the time in a lot of videos. It does no good to just stack gold, stack silver, diversify into cryptos, get a food supply if you don't know why you're doing it. Because let's face it, the world was a beautiful place and the government did what they were supposed to do, we wouldn't need to stack gold or silver, right? Therefore, we need to know what's going on around us and why we need a food supply, why we need to do financial prepping and whatnot. So as far as the G7 summit, I noticed something that was it was distinctively different from past G7 summits. Regardless of which side of the aisle you sit on, okay? Something was different and I picked up on it rather quickly. It's the same thing when you were in high school. I got to bring things back to where you can remember. In high school, people fought to be around the most popular person. They fought to be around the most powerful person in high school. And it could, college, whatever. I'm just, in general, people fight to be close to powerful, popular people. They see themselves as being able to gain something, whether it be additional popularity or power. Same thing happens in college. Same thing happens at work. I'm working our way up. At work, you get some people that are going places or politically connected within the work environment. People want to hang out with them. They want to be seen with those people. They want to be seen with the popular and, most importantly, the powerful in order to gain something from them. Yes, that's why a lot of people hang out with popular and powerful people. It's to gain something, whether it's additional popularity or additional power or even favors. Yes, favors. And this happens all through our lives. And it happens in every environment. Every environment. Powerful people are magnets. What I've noticed in past G7 summits, the same thing occurs. The most powerful person is normally in the middle. They're normally seated in the middle, whether it be for a photo op, whether it be for a news conference, you name it. The most powerful, popular person is always seated in the center. And that happened in the Obama regime. It happened in every president going in the past. Reagan, all the way back to Reagan, as far as I can remember, it's happened. People wanted to be around that person and would follow them wherever they walked and try to catch up to them and try to gain their ear. Not on this summit, no. Many times, and the news is good at hiding this now. As a matter of fact, in preparation for this live stream, I tried to go out and find videos on YouTube. They've been cleaned out. You can't find these types of videos. You only find the videos and the news articles that show Biden as perceived as powerful. But if you would have looked at some of the news clips on television as the summit was going on, you would have observed something. Many of the times, Biden was not positioned center in a photo op. He was not positioned center in any dialogue. Many times when they were walking from a garden to another garden or from a building to a garden, you would see him actually walking alone. And many times it was Biden who was going up to people and patting them on the back and trying to strike up conversations. And you can tell by looking at people whether the conversation is deep by their eyes, their facial structure at that point in time, their body language. You can tell whether it's superficial, they're just being cordial, or it's a deep conversation. Many times, like I said, Biden was walking alone across courtyards. He was just shuffling, that old man shuffle. And many times he would fight to catch up to somebody like Macron, president. Macron. I just remember one time he walked up to Macron, patted him on the back, and you can see it was just cordial conversation. Macron was just being polite and cordial and smiled. But you could tell the conversation had no substance, as though Macron had nothing to gain by talking to this old man. And I said earlier, the most powerful people are normally seeked out for their ear. Macron found nothing of value in this man, and as many other people at this G7 summit, many people you see them speaking with Biden or vice versa. I would say Biden was trying to speak to them. That's not a sign of power. That's not a sign of popularity. When you have to fight for other people's ear, that's a follower, not a leader. That's a sign of weakness, not strength. There was one scene where they were in a courtyard, almost looked like an outdoor dining scene where there was tables. Biden was walking by himself across this area, and I wasn't watching Biden so much as I was watching the tables that Biden was passing by. Many of the people at those tables looked like a luncheonette or something. Outdoor in the garden, dining area. Many of those tables were staring at Biden as he was doing that old man shuffle across the room. They were staring at him, and you could see the smiles and the giggles on their face. If you can find these, really observe them. And sometimes it's difficult, but in order to investigate, you gotta sometimes take your eyes off the subject and look behind and around at other things. They were laughing at him. Another thing I noticed about Biden is he does a sports tactic. You'll see it a lot of times at baseball, football, mostly football. It's running out the clock. Running out the clock. See, the schedule of these folks in politics is very tight. All right, you're going to go on camera. You'll be there for a minute and 30 seconds, and then you're going to flip over to the CNN camera. You're going to be there for about a minute and 30 seconds, and you're going to flip over and do this interview for about 4.5. I mean, it's literally their schedules, even when they're domestic here locally. I mean, domestically in our country, even in the White House, they are literally line by line when you're going to be doing something for how long and when you got to go to your next meeting. You could tell he's running out the clock. He's aware of this clock. So you ask him a question. He knows he has, and I'm just making a number up, he knows he has 60 seconds or a minute and a half or 2 minutes to talk to these news reporters. Watch him. Watch him. They'll ask him a question. The countdown starts. He starts to giggle. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, Putin's laughing. Oh, I didn't know you were here. He's waving at somebody in the audience after he's been asked the question. Oh, I didn't even know you're here. Hello, how you doing? And then, well, getting back to that, we address blah, blah, blah. And he just talks a lot of words, but no substance to the words. But most of the time in the beginning of his answers, there's a giggle, there's laughter, there's waving, there's acknowledgement of people in the audience. Hey, what's up? I didn't even see you come in. So getting back to your question, even the subtle little starting of a answer. Oh, well, getting back to your question, saying that just in itself takes up the countdown clock. You see what he does? And a lot of people in politics do that. They don't jump into the answer. He does a lot of that. Kamala does a lot of that. The giggling takes up a lot of time. And the people are starting to see it. I'm not even mad at Biden no more. I think he was used. I think, first of all, He was told, you're going to get into office whether you like it or not, and you're going to do our bidding, or we're going to uncover all your dirt, all of your son's dirt. So you're going to be our little puppet. That's what I think is going on here. His wife, Jill Biden, is the only one that really knows what's going on because he's senile. And she was told the same thing. You'll keep him in check. Otherwise, you're all going to jail. That's what I believe. There's something going on here because she can see the laughter in other people's eyes. She can see that he's failing in front of the news cameras. She can see this, yet she continues to drag him into these situations as though either she's seeking power or she is forced to do it. I blame her. I mean, if I was that senile, and I would hope my loved ones would try to take me out of that situation. No. She doesn't. She's part of what is causing his embarrassment. I blame her more than I blame him now. Somebody that's supposed to love him doing that to this old man. Think about that. You love somebody. Would you do that to your wife if she just mumbled and tripped upstairs and tripped downstairs and couldn't remember their name? And, would you do that to her? Your wife or your husband? Would you do that? No, hey, it's time to retire. Let's live the rest of our lives, blah, blah, blah. You don't need to be doing this. So I blame her. I blame foremost, above her, the news media outlets who lied for 2 years saying, oh, there's nothing wrong with him mentally. He's only staying in his basement due to the fear of getting COVID. That was the excuse. Remember, I told you, COVID was designed. It is a designer virus. It was designed, ordered like you would order a Mickey D's, a number 2 at McDonald's. It was ordered and designed to take over the presidency, take over this country. Blame all the deaths on Trump and protect Biden for hiding in his bunker because he's afraid. No, they hid him because they know cognitively he's gone. Now you got to ask yourself, and I can't answer this. I can only give you theory. If they knew he was gone, then why did they still want him in office? There is the $1 million question. It's to control him, like I said. Control him. He's nothing but a name brand. A lot of people will go buy name brand clothes. He's a name brand recognition. Boom. They hid him from the public so you would not have the proper information to make a proper, educated voting decision. The media did this to you. Yet, even seeing the evidence of what the media did, people are still believing the media. Oh, you didn't hear? COVID 2.0 is coming out now. Run for your lives. Yeah, time to put the mask back on. Oh, yeah. People are believing it. People are believing it. People believe the news media outlets still, after being lied to, year after year after year. People still believe the media. They're programmed to believe everything that comes out of that idiot box called the television. If it comes out, it's illegal for them to lie to us. Some of them actually believe that. Some people believe that. It's illegal for the television news media outlets and late night talk shows to lie. That's illegal. They would never do that. Still believe them. They'll believe them when COVID 2.5 comes out and 3.0 comes out. They'll believe them. Anyway, let's say hello. That's basically my monologue. Let's just say hello to a few people in the house. Yukon Cornelius. Appreciate you being here. Johnny Deep, I should say. Female Obama will take over soon. Kamala Harris. Get the vaccine and don't buy cryptos. I ain't getting the vaccine. Sorry, buddy. A few people have died so far. News media outlets are not covering that. Not covering those people who are dying. Blood clots. Some people who are getting the COVID-19 vaccine are getting blood clots. Those blood clots are traveling through their arteries and blocking them, and they're dropping dead on sight. News media outlets are not covering that. Select PRMG, thank you so much. Who else? 49er, thank you so much for being here. Josh Westbrook. By the way, this is actually going to be a short live chat. Pretty much all next week. I'm giving you forewarning. I'm studying, and that's why I haven't been doing very many videos. I've been studying for a certificate for work. Due to privacy and the protection, I need to pretty much keep what I'm studying for on the low, because I don't want anybody to connect the certificate that I'm studying for with where I work. So I'm studying. I'll be out pretty much all next week. I might pop in, just upload a quick video or something. But I'm going to be studying all next week, and hopefully by Friday late afternoon I'll have my certificate. And that is what it is, right? You got to keep improving yourself and moving forward in this life. So let's say hello to a few other people. All eyes on me, appreciate it. Fred said, thank you so much. Pristine, thank you. David Gomez, Larry Summers, I'm down today, but I threw money into the dip. That's awesome. Larry Summers, Miss Jess Horse, thank you so much for being here. Who else is here? Bubba Joe, cooking anything on the grill this weekend? You know, I was actually contemplating this. I was thinking about doing maybe some ribs. I love taking ribs to work also. You know, I freaking eating ribs and stuff like that in front of everybody. They're eating their little, you know, their lunch, you know, their little nappy old sandwich or something. I'm eating these nice ribs. I love punishing people with that. But anyway, I'm just joking around. But I was thinking about maybe doing some ribs. We'll see. Crypto becoming crapo again. Well, you know, everything does that. You know, everybody thinks cryptos is different than any other market. You know, crypto is gonna have its ups and downs, just like our gold and our silver, right? Just like the stock market, it'll come back. That's a good segue into Theta and T-Fuel. So, as you know, 3.0 mainnet, Theta mainnet 3.0 is coming out at the end of this month. And I do believe we're going to start to see a rise in Theta and T-Fuel right around, give or take a day or two, right around the 25th of June. And I think after mainnet comes out, I think we're going to start to see Theta and T-Fuel move up for the rest of the year. I really do believe that. You know, obviously, you're going to have those occasional dips. Like I said, everything does that. So mainnet, don't forget mainnet 3.0 is coming out at the end of this month. And if history has any, if history can teach us anything, every time one of their softwares or one of their mainnets have come out, the price goes up about a week before it comes out, released, I should say, and then it just continues to ride that wave thereafter. Nathan Swoops, thank you. Athena, thank you. David Gomez, hate California now. My job just sent out email requiring we disclaim vax status. Kind of sounds like this is really the chip. You know, you read the Bible, we're going to be tattooed, or the chip or something. You won't be able to go grocery shopping or anything. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is it. It's funny, they'll fight for HIPAA laws when it comes to protecting themselves, right? Everybody thinks these laws, they're to protect you. No. It's to protect them. That's all it is. So now HIPAA doesn't apply to you, right? No, you got to disclaim whether you got a medical treatment to a non-medical entity like your boss, your business. Think about that. Silver Wolverine, cryptos are getting killed. It's a good time to buy Silver Wolverine. JC does say Tuesday, but now it says Friday. I corrected that. Steve, it's Friday, right? No, it's Christmas. Chris Grass finally made a live stream. I appreciate you being here. I really do. Fonzie Fonzarelli. Who else is here? Wes, hello. Take care. Have a Wes. How you doing? Raw Food Writer. Happy Juneteenth. Oh Lord, Jesus, can you believe this? Juneteenth. I'm so tired of seeing those commercials. I won't say anything negative, but I'll just say I'm tired. I don't care what you are. I really don't. I really don't. But I am tired of it being shoved down my throat. I'm tired of the commercials from Target, from all these other places that have the rainbow emblem on it. I'm so tired of that crap. Where's my flag? Why can't I brag that I'm straight? And I like and I like the comfort of a warm, soft lady. Where's my flag that I can wave around in pride? I'm sorry, that was my white supremacist side of me talking, my white privilege, and I want to apologize to everybody about that. Alex Crypto saw JM Bullion has Kilo Johnson Matthey silver bars. Yeah, they're beautiful. They sure are. Who else is here? Reparations. Let's talk about reparations. Yeah. You and me, we got to pay for reparations. Meanwhile, I'm not even going to go with the argument that all the people who are responsible for slavery are dead. I'm not even going to go there because that's a given. But let's just talk about bloodlines. I can guarantee you my bloodline didn't have any slave owners in it. And there is an extremely large chance that everybody is watching this video now and will be watching it has had no relatives who owned slaves either. You know who the slave owners were? They were the very wealthy. Common people in those days didn't own slaves. They had hardworking, manual, hardworking jobs who fought for every penny they can get just to put bread on the table. You know who owned the slaves? It was the wealthy. They used their wealth also to gain political control. Many of them went into politics, also created large corporations that to some extent still exist today. When I say some extent, those names, those types of businesses that they have morphed into perhaps a different name brand, different type of business. But those large corporations, if you track them back all the way to the back of beginning of time, had slavery involved with it. Those were the wealthy people. They got into politics. So when the people in politics now say you have to pay reparations, what they're really saying is you have to pay my reparations. Because those are the clowns, if you tracked backwards, they were slave owners, their relatives. It wasn't you and I, the common person. It was them. The people who are preaching that you should pay for reparations. What a evil world we live in. Evil world. Kofe Fox, thank you so much for being here. Silver is antibacterial and antiviral, and I carry 1 ounce around with me at all times. Thank you so much. Larry Summers, if they're not giving out free money, I'll take some. I'm sorry, if they're giving out free money, I'll take some. I definitely will too, because hell, I might not agree with it, but I'm eventually going to have to pay the taxes on every nickel they're handing out. So I'm going to definitely take it. If there's a check in the mail, I'm taking it because I'm going to have to pay the taxes for it anyhow, whether I tear up that check or not. Mama didn't raise no fool. David Gomez, thank you. And who else? Roger Helms, as bad as the car warranty phone calls. Oh, don't get me started on car warranties. You know, it's funny. So, car warranties. Your folks are... car warranties are good. However, there's a catch they don't tell you about. See, your car comes with a warranty. I think my car came with a 5-year warranty. Then they asked me if I wanted to buy an additional warranty. You can buy this 5-year warranty for X amount of dollars. Come to find out, you can't really use that paid for warranty until your car warranty wears out. So actually, let me correct myself. I think my car warranty was a 2-year. The purchase one was 5 years. But your 5-year purchase one starts on the date that you buy the car. Therefore, you really only get 3 years warranty. The purchased one, right? Because your normal car warranty, the warranty that comes with the car, takes you all the way up to year 2. And what's left in that paid for one is only 3 years. Very good scam they're running too. Digibyte. It's time to buy, Alec. Shout out from the Philippines. Thank you so much from the Philippines. I appreciate it. Tube Socks. That 400 billion was reparations. Yeah, to other countries too, right? Perhaps it was a payoff for them to help rig the elections. Oh, speaking of rigging elections, you know, Hunter Biden's going to be an artist now. Now, why would you keep the people purchasing his art? Why would you keep that confidential? Because they're payoffs. It's amazing how all these politicians get book deals. Deal after deal. Meanwhile, the previous deal didn't sell any books, but they're going to renew a new deal for a multi-million-dollar book deal. That book deal, like the Clintons, will sell like 100 books, and they'll get another book deal for a few million. That book deal will sell only 50 or 100 books, and they'll get it's their payoffs. Their way of laundering money into a political entity. He's going to make paintings now. He has no experience in art, but yet his art is going to start at $275,000. All clients who are buying this art will be kept confidential. It's money laundering, folks. These are payoffs, both coming to and from this country. Payoffs. Pushing alert. Pushing Albert, I'm sorry. All Filipinos support you, sir. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I kept the warranty scammers on the phone for 10 minutes today. Sat back and enjoyed my coffee. Yeah, what you do is say, yeah, I got that information. Can you hold a minute? I'll go get my credit card. You put them on hold and you just freaking, watch some freaking movie. Patriot 1776, who's buying George W.'s Bush art? I have no flipping clue. Matt G, maybe he's a beautiful painter. You don't know. Yeah. Okay. Again, why would you keep the clients who are paying $275,000 to start? Why would you keep that a secret? Who else is here? Randy McMurphy, nice silver will be moonshot to $30 by end of year. We'll see. I'm hoping. Poozing Albert. How can I win dollar? I don't know. Charlie S. I spent all my steamy on silver. I think I talked to you already. What's going on with Digibyte? I don't know. I'm working my way backwards now, as if you can't tell. Chuck Silver, cheers on being straight. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. A lot of things I say, it's kind of like Spider-Man senses. And for you folks who've grown up in the city, inner city, you know what I'm talking about. It's a sense of what's going on. I call it Spider-Man senses. You can see and smell bullshit from a mile away. Okay? It's almost like a form of ESP when you grow up in the city, inner city. And a lot of what I'm saying, it's not documented. But you got to be a fool. For an example, you got to be a fool not to believe that whoever's buying Hunter Biden's art is not really laundering money into their campaign or their agenda. You got to be a fool. Oh, by the way, did I mention Hunter Biden doesn't use paintbrushes? He grabs hay with his fist, almost like you grab a bunch of grass. You got grass hanging up there, or in his case, it's hay. And from what I understand, he dips the hay in paint and paints with the hay. I kid you not. That's how CNN described his art. $275,000 to start. Anybody buying his art, it's anonymous. No one's allowed to know who buys his art. Why? Because they don't want you to track backwards the name of these people buying the art. It will tie too many loose ends together. That is why. And that's what I'm talking about, bullshit and sensing and Spider-Man senses. You smell it a mile away. Daniel Gomez, thank you so much. He hits the pipe. Yeah, he's probably painting while he's on meth, right? I partied in my past. I would never, even in my youngest days, think about doing something like that, meth or any of that crap. Android users can call, so it will block spam calls. Okay, thank you so much. I also wanted to talk about something. I've been putting out a few videos lately, and somebody with my name, Overtax Taxpayer, it appears as somebody, they can take it, for example, another has the word, the letter O in it, right? And I'm just using O as an example. They can change it to a zero, the letter O to a zero, and they can basically forge my name. A lot of big YouTubers have this problem where it appears as though the true owner is responding to you. First of all, I will never respond to you asking you for nothing. Not a penny, not a nickel. I will never respond with a phone number that you should call this phone number. For good crypto advice, call this phone number. I don't do that. When you see responses in any of my videos that allude to that, call this number for the greatest crypto trading advice, please delete it. Feel free to report that as spam, delete it if you can. Let me know about it, but just trust that it is not me. I don't sell anything on this channel. I don't sponsor anything on this channel. And there's nothing more to say about it. It ain't me. Who else is here? I think I've said hello to everybody. Josh Westbrook. Thank you. Crystal Mahame, or however you pronounce that, Crystal. Crystal Mahame. I think the J is silent. Mahame. Whatever. No disrespect intended. Thank you for watching. I saw the light, responded, God bless you. No, God bless you. Thank you so much. Dom C. Hello, Overtax Taxpayer. Good to see you. Do you think Trump is coming back, or is that... So here it is. You had a lot of people, remember, that said the 17th letter of the alphabet. I'll give you a second. Look up the 17th letter of the alphabet. He said the 17th letter of the alphabet predicted Trump would win. Trump didn't win. Then they reinterpreted the message, well, he's coming back really in March. He didn't come back in March. Then they reinterpreted, definitely by April, he's coming back. He didn't come back. Those same YouTube channels don't even speak about that anymore. Okay, they've made the money off their videos of hope, selling their hope, and it didn't happen. So I do not think Trump is coming back during this presidency unless something of a God miracle comes about where the elections were proven to be fraudulent. And you know damn well, even if they can find evidence of fraudulent elections, the government will hide that. So I just don't see him coming back during this presidency, Biden-Kamala Harris presidency. Do I see him rerunning? Absolutely, I can see him running, providing that we can take the House and the Senate. He's not going to run if we can't gain the House and Senate. So there's my prediction. If we gain the House and the majority of the House and the Senate, he will run. But as far as coming back, I'm not smoking that hopium. It's funny, these folks, they got the... And I noticed one channel at a time would do it. It started with one channel. He can see spirit gods, and he can see this, and he's swinging his little pendulum, and he's asking the pendulum. I see it, all right? And that was his stick. That was his... And then another channel started doing it. And then another channel started doing it. All of a sudden, everybody can see spirits and gods and angels, and they're speaking directly to them. I pray on a regular basis. I'm going to be honest with you. I would love to see God sit next to me, or Jesus Christ. I could use their help many times, but I've never seen them. And to the best of my knowledge, I've never heard them speak directly back to me. I will say I do believe they had some effect in my life, God and Jesus, but I don't want to get in there right now. But I can tell you, I've never seen a spirit. I never have. I'm sorry. I don't mean no disrespect, but it was a shtick that everybody was starting to do. What was that one guy who... So I don't want to call out channels, but they were all friends. I'll just call it that. It started with one person, then another person, and they were all in the same kind of group. They would call out each other in their videos. So, no, I don't believe Trump is coming back during this presidency. And I can tell you what's going on in our election investigation. They're uncovering dirt. And already the left, as well as the news media outlets, are damning the investigation as unprofessional, fraudulent. They're in over their heads. Don't believe any of their findings. They're already laying the groundwork for their defense. So therefore, I don't even think if true evidence was found, we would never know the truth. First of all, I don't think they can afford to let us know the truth. Even if they wanted to, it would make us lose faith regardless. They can't, even if they promised, they said, okay, we're going to move forward with honest elections in the future. But we can't let them know that this one was not honest, because they'll never believe that the future ones will be honest. That's why they can never arrest Hillary Clinton. They can never arrest any of the Clintons. They can't arrest any of the bigwigs because they can't afford to have you lose faith in their system. That's the only reason why they haven't been arrested, in my opinion. Yeah, it was Bix Weird. You got me. But Bix Weird got it from somebody else. And again, I don't want to name names, but you name the name first. All of a sudden, they're all able to swing the pendulum. Oh, spirit guides. Oh, spirit guides. What will Digibyte fall to? Oh, they're talking to me. Oh, yeah, they just sat down on my right-hand side. 2222. Yeah, I had a dream now, too. Because I'm seeing the same number in my dreams every day. I'm dreaming 2222. I drove to work. And on the digital billboard, it said 2222. For a good time, call 1-800-2222. That's what, I mean, all right, maybe one person has these skills, but then when you see everybody in their group, their circles come up with the same thing. Oh, I had a dream, and this dream is reoccurring. At first, I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. They're already turning on themselves, though, Patriot. They're turning on Fauci. You got the left-leaning news media outlets that are now making fun of Biden, Fauci, and I'm not saying all of them. A lot of the left-leaning comedians are turning on Fauci. They're coming out saying you got to be an idiot not to believe that this was created in the Wuhan lab in China. They were laughing at Biden when he said it, but now they're coming out and say, listen, my Spider-Man census says this is bullshit. It came from there. So, anyway, folks, Lab 464, thank you. I ship Q. Yep. It was Q. Remember all that? And you know what? I gotta confess to you. I downloaded the Q app. And I was reading it. And every time somebody would interpret a message, I would go to that message and read it. And I would say, where the hell are they getting this from? You know, they would interpret this message and they would make a video on it. And their videos would do stellar. But then it would never come to tuition. They would then make another video prophesizing something else, and that wouldn't come to tuition. I'm just amazed. War Nickel, thank you so much for being here. Hold on a second. As long as they don't add PR and DC as states and appoint, yeah, that's coming. Okay, Big Rouge, thank you. Dom C, yeah, we're pretty much screwed. Tony S, thank you so much. Bought some more gold and silver, waiting for the dip. That's awesome. Anyway, folks, I am going to take off. I appreciate it. One thing I would like to ask everybody, just help me out. Just give me a thumbs up on the video. Maybe come back to the video after this live stream has posted and just leave a comment, say hello or something. That's all. The reason I'm asking, the more feedback on the video, the more it helps to go viral. I'm being censored because I speak my mind. I'm being shadow banned from YouTube because I speak my mind. But this helps a little bit. Mac, I appreciate it. I'm sorry I didn't get to you sooner, but you folks take care. I'm out of here. I'm going to the gym. Now, how do I... Now I got to figure out how to... I hate this software, OBS.